Okay, this is going to be dark because I don't have any lights on and it's really dark outside. Although last night at this point in time the light was really good, so I probably will just turn the camera off. And no, you know what? That's cool. I kind of look like I'm auditioning for the Queen album, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. I have done some work while I was on a private Zoom session. I went ahead and I cleaned all this up and I got it somewhat the way I want it and like it. I got them all fading in and I got them all fading. Maybe not. They didn't fade out. That's fine. Now I've added text, left side, and the next one will say right side. So the next step in this process is I need to put the text in the appropriate boxes up here. And the question is, how do I do that? Well, I'm going to guess. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to DVD this if I can. But I don't think you can DVD text. I really think you're unable to DVD text. In fact, I know you can't DVD text because I've tried it several times and you get the can't do that button, so that's fine. So then how do I do that? How am I going to add in here this text above this stuff? Well, not to be funny, but that's a very good question. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to shrink it down. Kind of not where I want it, but that's fine. And I'm going to grab this one and put it in here, and I'm going to shrink it down. And so the first thing we'll do is we'll play it, see what it looks like. That so far is good, and that is not good because there it is. So why didn't that show a while ago? So now all I got to do is I got to move this to there and the left to the left. How do I do that? I know it can be done. Good question. I'm gonna shut off the videos because I only want to work with this thing right here. So I'm gonna bring this in here, and it says left. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna see if anything says positioning, and I'm gonna move it all the way to the left. And I'm gonna grab this one. I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to move it all the way to the right. Now that should, in a sense, take care of what I was trying to do. So I'm going to bring up this picture, that picture, and that picture. And then I'm going to bring my screen back down. I don't need to see that, so I'm going to bring it back down to here. I'm going to take us all the way over to here. I'm getting ready to get an error. There we go. Now the left side shows up because it's not faded, and I don't think you can fade text. So I'm going to hit the space bar to start it moving. That looks pretty good. But the right side didn't show up. So I do not know what's the deal with that. Let me figure that out. Well, it's right there. So I'm going to go into there. I'm going to move it a little bit more to the right. I'm going to come into this one, and I'm going to move it a little bit more to the left. Oh, I'm still on that one. Now we'll notice that's got moved because I didn't check the red box. Move this back over here. Change my box, change my view. Now I'm going to move it a little bit more to the left, and we are good. Now, I don't think I can fade this, so that's going to be there. As we scroll through this, they fade in. That goes away. And that shows up. Now, does the right side show up? Still need to move that a little bit more to the right. Right about there. So that's cool. I'm going to hit space, see what it does. I need to figure out how to get rid of all this stuff down here. Nope, that's not it. I need it to render, because that's what the problem is. So I'm going to render it. Should render really quick. It's a small, well actually it's not rendering quick. I did one last night that should have taken forever to render. It rendered in a matter of seconds. This should be taking, like this should be rendering, yeah, that's not going to work because I'm rendering it. And it shows having a minute and a half to go. So I'm going to go over here. Still dark, look green. Today, even though no one joined us in Zoom and no one joined us, I mean, we had a few things going on in chat. I was really pleased. My next door neighbor joined. She showed an interest in Resolve, so I was trying to figure out a way to do this. I thought, you know what? I can do this on YouTube. And maybe I was a little bit not organized, which is nothing new. But she watched it through the end, and I was really pleased that she did. And then she texted me afterwards, and she says, boy, that's just way too more involved than she wanted to be. And believe me, I can understand that. So this looks like it's about done. We're going to jump back over here. And 15, 10, 9, 6, 4, 3, 2, done. I'm going to close it. Now I want to see if... Okay, that's the timeline. So what happens if I change it to this one? That's still that. We'll change it. Okay. I'll figure this out one of these days. There's got to be a way to adjust the screen. We'll see what that looks like. So that's fish tank. We're going to play it. Left side, right side, and when I had it moved. You know, that's okay. I don't quite understand why insert clip. That has to. I need to affect this viewer right here. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to bring it down. But then I need to bring this down because I want to be able to work with that. Now, did I change something and not realize that I changed something? Apparently I did, because I want this. I really want that to be more. That's not the one I want. I want that one right there. I want that one right there. I want it to be more over there. Okay, I think that's better. So left side fades in, the main picture fades in, the left goes away. Right side, much better, much better. I like that. And then we get to this one, and that's the finished product. So now I'm going to add, I'm in edit, I'm going to grab text, and I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to go into text, and I'm going to put down ready to move the stand. And I'm good with that, so I'm going to hit enter. And I want to move it up. That's moving it down. I could put it there, that's not bad. Or I could put it there, that's not bad. I think I'm going to put it right here underneath it. And I'm going to change the color. And I'm going to go with blue. Nope, blue doesn't work. I'm going to go with black. Black works. Okay, I'm good to go. So I'm going to keep going. So now I got that. I'm going to go back to the media library. And this is picture number, I don't know, because, oh, I can do that. There we go. I knew there was a way to do that. All right, this is picture number 3661, so I ended there. This is a short video. I'm not going to mess with that. This is, I'm going to bring that one down. That's 3663. And then I want, I think 364. Oh.
In business for 52 years, Cards and Mattoon has great deals on a full house of appliances from the names you know and trust. Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag. Win big with Cards, low prices,
Oh.
exceptional
Okay. Yep, I'm good. I want to look at this one. That was taken with my iPhone. So I don't necessarily need that one. That's the other thing today, was just a nice little experiment with different two phones. So I want this one. That's the final results. And is there a big difference in that? Oh, one was zoomed, one was not zoomed. So I'm going to bring this one down too. And then this is not zoomed. And then that one's obviously zoomed. So I've got some thoughts on what's going to go here, actually. I'm going to run it by Lorna. And then I've got some thoughts on, and I do have a picture. No, I don't. I put things up here. So now the question is, do I want to, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. If anything, I can change it. I'm going to grab my DVE. You can tell I like that effect, huh? And there it is. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to work in that. And that's the most important thing. Remember, whatever you're working on, make sure you click on that, because if you don't, you're thinking you're going to be changing something and you don't see anything happening, and then you're like, why is this not changing? And you'll figure out the reason why is because you're in the wrong area. So now I want to change this to about right there. And I want to change this to about right there. Then I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to change the height to there. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to bring it. I'm actually going to not do that. I'm going to come in here to back to here. I'm going to crop. Well, I should be able to crop it. It won't let me. Why won't it let me crop that? I should be able to crop this. I want to get more of the floor than. That's interesting. Let's see what that does. I don't like dynamic zoom, so I'm going to get rid of that. That didn't do anything for me. I'm going to take this and put it over the top of that, and then I'm ready to move the stand. Okay, that'll work to a certain point. Obviously this is not good, so we're going to go back in here to effects. We're going to move it down. I don't necessarily know that I need that though, because it's the same picture. So I think there's no need for that. It was just a zoomed in picture anyway. So I'm going to get rid of it. That's not bad. Now I'm going to go back into my titles, and I'm going to go grab a title. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to click on the title, and I'm going to put finished and final. And I think I can space this and put results underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. RUSU results. So obviously 10 is not correct. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oops. So we're going to enter. I want to center that a little bit better, and I also want to move it down. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to grab my Y, and I'm going to bring this right here. And I want that about right there. I'm going to change the color to, I think black's the only thing that's going to look good. That red looks horrible. Blue looks horrible. Well, blue looks alright. But the problem is I don't like how results look, and if I backspace it, okay, that looks good. That's halfway centered. I'm going to move it down a little bit more to right there. So there we go. I took all those pictures, and now this is video editing. We have the beginning, we start it, they fade in, I'm going to render it. I kind of like how that looks, but you know me, until I render it and see what it looks like, we're going to quick export. This is going to be Fish Tank 2. For the second version of this, and it says it's going to take about 3 minutes, so we're good to go. Now I am going to jump over here to OBS. It really hasn't changed. I still have the Queen look going on though, but I've got on my 8 days a week tribute band for the Beatles. That was one great show. I literally could close my eyes and I pictured I was at a Beatles concert. They were that good. And then we seen another tribute band down in San Diego that I don't remember their name, and I didn't buy a t-shirt. But they were good too. They put on about a 4-hour show. Well worth going there. Well worth seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. Well, no, I want to see it streamed out. I wish there was a pause button on here, but there's not. They need to put a pause in here. It's about halfway done. That's taken an awfully long time, actually. Yeah, it jumped up there. Maybe it was because I was over in OBS. I don't know. And I'll send my neighbor a text and say, okay, it's done. This is what I ended up doing. And then, going from there. So it's done. We're going to close it. We're going to minimize that. Go to fish tank 2. I do like that. Ready to move. And finished and final results. Cool. That looks really good. So I am going to stop the stream. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button. I'm good either way. Thank you.